What's going on? This is Kareem from DJBooth.net, and I'm here in the lab to give you guys a really quick review video on the Phoenix Pro PTU 5000 wireless microphone system. So here we have it. This is the PTU 5000. You guys remember earlier this week we also unboxed the PTU 7000. They do have some differences, and we'll go over those differences when I do the review for the PTU 7000 next week. But right now we're going to review the PTU 5000, and this is a 4-channel or a 4 microphone wireless setup for DJs, for performers, for entertainers, anyone who needs a nice budget wireless microphone system, and they need 4 microphones. This is just one of them here because that's all we need out for the review, but it's 4 identical microphones that you have here, and you also get your receiver. Comes with 2 antennas, and it also has your 4 screen slots on the front, so that way you can see when your different mics are active. You also have all of your inputs and outputs on the back, but before that we're just going to go into build quality. The first thing with the build quality with the microphone, the build is really good. It does feel nice and substantial in your hand. Doesn't feel like a hollow piece of junk. It has a nice metal sleeve on it here, so that way you can loosen this up and you can put your 2 AA batteries in there. They are regular AA batteries. I would have liked to see maybe some type of battery rechargeable system, but you can always go and buy your own rechargeable AA batteries, which is probably what I'll do for this setup in the future. You have your power button here on the bottom. Some people don't like where it is, but I kind of like that the button is there because it's out of the way of the user and it can't be accidentally pressed. But you have your on and off button here, and it actually lights up the little screen on the front. It's not actually a screen, it's actually a sticker which shows you the frequency of the microphone that you're using. So all 4 of the microphones have the same little sticker on there with a different frequency number on it, so that way you know which mic is which. You also have a really high quality shield here up at top. Unscrew that, and it's pretty quality type material here all throughout. And it actually sounds really good as well. We'll get to that in a little bit. But for build quality on the microphone, it's really good. It's solid. It's sturdy. Doesn't feel like it's going to break anytime soon. And it has a nice color to it, nice weight to it. And I really like how it feels nice and durable and comfortable in the hand. So next up is the build quality of the actual receiver. The receiver is nice and metal as well. It has your rack mount ears on the side for your 19-inch standard rack mount situation. On the back, you have your antennas. This is dual antennas. The PTU 7000, by the way, has 4 antennas, so it gives you an extended range and even more clarity. The front has, again, your 4 screen layouts. They're not really screens here either. They're more like quick screens to where you can just see which one of the microphones are on or off. You have your 4 volume knob controls here. I kept them all at 12 o'clock at all times, and it was really loud, really clear, really crisp, but again, we'll get to that with the sound quality. You have your on-off button here in the front, and around the back you have your 4 individual outputs, so that way you can use XLR for your 4 individual outs. And they also have the TRS mix output here as well. The mix output is like a lifesaver for DJs and those who are using DJ style setups with your mixers and your controllers, because all you need is just 1 cable, which they actually supply you with here in order to plug it into your different device. They give you TRS style leads, so that way you have your 1/4 inch that can plug into the mix, and then the 1/4 inch that can plug into your mixer. It also comes with an adapter for 1/4 inch to mini. And then you also have your power brick. This comes with as well. Unfortunately, it's a power brick, but you always have to have a power brick in order to have a receiver for your microphones anyway. But coming in at $189.99 at the time of writing this or recording this review, it's actually a really, really good steal. Their sound quality is really, really good. It sounded excellent. It had a nice bass to it. The mids and the highs were nice and clean. Honestly, I had a Shure wireless system back in the day, and this sound almost somewhat clearly as good as that. But again, that was an older system. I'm sure the new Shure systems are better and a little bit beyond in terms of fit, finish, and functionality, and even sound quality. Of course, you're going to spend like $500 or more, especially for a 4 microphone setup from Shure or one of the other big major brands. You're going to be paying an arm and a leg for a 4 setup wireless microphone system. So this is only coming in at $189.99, and I was really surprised. We used this at a function, a gathering with about 50 people. Before the gathering got underway, I was able to go over 100 feet easy with the microphone, and everything sounded nice and crisp. There was no pops, no hangups. We used 2 mics at this setup, at this function. When there was about 50 people between us, I didn't go as far as 100 feet across the room, but I was able to go within those people and still use the microphone, and I didn't have any dropouts, any pops, any issues. And even when I got somewhat close to the speaker setup, it didn't have too much feedback. I did get a little bit too close, and I did hear some feedback, but as soon as I stepped about 5 feet away from the speaker, maybe a little bit less, I didn't have any feedback whatsoever. So it is a pretty quality system, and may be the best system that you guys can get for under $200 with 4 nice quality microphones with pretty good sounds. So in conclusion, this is an excellent setup for anybody who doesn't want to spend an arm and a leg on a 4-channel wireless microphone setup. Again, it's only $189.99. It has a really durable microphone setup, and it also has a really durable style receiver as well. It comes with your 4 different XLR outputs in case you want to make all the outputs separate, and then it has also the mix output here, which is TRS. That's a really good feature to have for any DJs, again, who have just their mixer or their controller that they want to have one single output and input into. It also has good overall sound quality with pretty good bass in the voice, and you also have good mids and highs as well. Everything was crisp and legible, and you also have 100-foot distance that I verified for sure, and even with people in the room and interference like cell phones and that, I didn't have any issues whatsoever. No pops, no hisses, no dropouts. Everything worked really, really well, to my surprise, because I didn't know a system at this cost can actually be that effective. On the downside, all of your microphones have a fixed frequency, so maybe one day when the frequencies start to get a little jammed up, or there's more cell phones or more people in the way of the line of sight from your receiver, you may start getting some dropouts, some pings, and some pops. And the PTU 7000 actually, that we're going to review next, actually has a real screen on there where you can actually change your different frequencies so you can get it right exactly where you want it. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that review video. And also, another one of my minor gripes is that the batteries are not rechargeable. I wish the setup itself was rechargeable, but again, you guys can go out and buy your own AA rechargeable batteries, so that way you can always have a good charge for your microphones for your gigs. So for more on the full written review, you guys can head on over to www.djbooth.net/DJS. Make sure you guys hit up Phoenix Pro because they've got wireless microphone systems at great prices for you guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you like videos like this one. Make sure you guys stay in. It's quarantine time. And as always, thanks for watching.